Right now, I am joined by Chief Meteorologist David Young. What is it looking out for the rest of the night, David?
It is going to be very snowy. We're just kind of starting this whole heavy snow process. Take a look at the warnings we have in effect. Winter storm warning remains in effect for Lansing south to Jackson. That's in effect until 4 o'clock in the morning. So this is going to be an all evening sort of event for us with heavy snowfall continuing. There's a look at the Doppler radar. Notice the heavy snow band shifting north. The rain snow line is actually just out of the southeastern corner of the state. So the entire portion of lower Michigan seeing heavy snowfall, and there has been lightning strikes in our southern counties. So there's been some thunder snow out there in Hillsdale County over towards Lenawee County. Pretty incredible system. So we look at future radar for this evening. Notice the snowfall continues through 9, 10, 11 o'clock. Probably by around midnight or shortly thereafter, it should begin to shut down. Additional snowfall accumulations, we're looking at around 4 to 8 inches additional on top of what has already fallen, and it's been really coming down across southern sections of mid-Michigan. That's going to, of course, mean that roads will get bad during the overnight hours as well. I think there could be some problems on the roads out there as you start the day, and not only this evening, because this evening, obviously, it is going to be bad across the area. As we look at the road tracker, overall, again, things are still looking pretty turbulent as far as the snow goes. The roads have been slushy, but as we move through the evening hours, I think the roads will get a little bit worse, and you may see some of this out on the highways as that snowfall comes down. Here's a look at our roadcast. Through tomorrow morning, probably still pretty slippery, some secondary roads slushy in the afternoons, and then things really begin to improve as we head into Sunday. That's when we'll really start to thaw things out. We'll have more in weather in just a couple minutes.
Wow.
From Storm Tracker 6, this is Weather First, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
The heavy snowfall is here, and it will continue for the next several hours as it continues to advance in from the south. So things will get a lot worse as we head through the evening hours before they get better late tonight. We've been watching, the past few weeks have been very active with several ice storms around the area, and those ice storms led to thousands, hundreds of thousands without power. And believe it or not, we're pretty far away from those ice storms now, but they still are having an impact around the area. So as the snow comes down tonight, I am a little concerned that we'll add to some weight to some of the weakened limbs out there, so there may be some more scattered outages. But as I was looking at the numbers this afternoon, they have come down quite a bit. Latest power outage numbers, everyone reading at 0% for the countywide statistics, but there's still a little less than 1,000 people in the viewing area without power, believe it or not, from our last 2 ice storms. Let's talk temperatures now. Temperatures are critical as far as what's going to stick out there. 32 degrees in Lansing as well as Mason, 33 in Jackson. It also means it's going to be a heavy, wet snowfall. That's the kind of snow you're going to be shoveling out there tomorrow morning. Snow is fairly light so far in St. John's. Our current temperature coming in at 32 degrees. High was up to 34, morning low down to 30. On the Capitol cam, you've got a lot less visibility. It's hard to make out the Capitol, so that means the snow is indeed heavier. Our current temperature here at the station, 32 degrees. High today was 35, morning low 27. How about the Grand Ledge cam? Low visibility as well. Moderate snowfall coming down. Temperature also down to the freezing mark at 32. That also means that roads will begin to ice up. Fortunately, salt is really effective in this kind of snow. But when it comes down like this, look at that view on the Jackson cam. It is just heavy snowfall, and it's been this way for several hours. Temperatures at 33 degrees, so very wet snow. High was up to 37. In Hillsdale, we're getting a bit of a break from the heavy snowfall, but more heavy snow is likely this evening. We're at 32 degrees after a high today of 34. There's the satellite radar storm system right on track. I suppose maybe it could have started an hour or so earlier as far as the snow, but more or less everything going just as expected. As we take a little closer view, you can see some of the bands of heavier snow shifting out of Jackson, pushing north, more forming south, and that'll move in for the evening hours. So we look at snowfall, additional snowfall tonight through tomorrow morning, or total accumulation should be in the 6 to 10 inch range from Mason south through Jackson, and the Lansing area should be around 4 to 8 inches of accumulation. There's the broad view showing it centered right over mid-Michigan. So we look at precision cast tonight through the overnight hours. By around 1 or 2 in the morning, the last of the snow starts to move out. By early tomorrow morning, much improved, and tomorrow afternoon, quiet weather is on the way. Here's the forecast for tonight. Your low down to 30, 4 to 8 inches in general for the Lansing area, maybe 8 to 10 south and east of Lansing, including Jackson. So it is a pretty hefty snowfall. Be careful out there shoveling tomorrow because it's a heavy, wet snow. Upper 20s at 7 o'clock, near 40 by 4 o'clock. So we're going to melt some snow pretty quickly. The 6-day forecast forecast over the next several days. Temperatures in the mid-40s by Monday and mainly just rain showers. Mid-30s return Wednesday and Thursday, followed by some additional cool weather and a little snow next Sunday.
Well, just like you said, here it is, right drive time.
Yes, after the afternoon commute, we expected it to be slippery, and it indeed is.
All right, thanks, David. Well, a 6-year-old girl